My story begins in the northern suburbs of Johannesburg, a privileged area for whites with large gardens and swimming pools. As a child, I did not grasp the extent of segregation. I grew up in the arms of my black mother and went to one of the few non-racial private schools. Almost 2 decades after the fall of apartheid, I felt the need to go further than being an observer of change in the country I grew up in. I wanted to be part of it. I knew that there was power in storytelling and wanted to document these inspiring stories of change. I started by creating a website called remarkableworld.org, where people could nominate their most remarkable South Africans. I wanted to create a body of work using pictures and words to truly capture the voices and faces of these inspiring South Africans. And so I made contact with world-renowned photographer Pep Bonnet, whose work expressed the passion that I wanted to portray, and asked him to join me on my journey. And so together, Pep Bonnet, his assistant Joan Roch, and myself drove over 13,000 kilometers across South Africa on my quest to capture the stories of remarkable South Africans. The stories came flooding in, at first with the familiar names of heroes from the struggle, Archbishop Tutu, Minister Trevor Manuel, but the list also included present-day inspiring personalities, sportsmen, artists, and academics. But the stories that really build a nation are often the stories that no one has heard of, the everyday giants. It was the last stop for the day. We had been on the road for several hours, being guided by 2 caregivers whose job it was to visit families in remote areas who were affected by HIV/AIDS. They wanted us to meet family in Nsese, a mother with 4 children. They led us up a path to their house, a small structure made of mud and sticks. The mother was diabetic, blind, and HIV positive. The family had been rejected by their community because of her HIV status. She had 2 beautiful daughters who guided her through her darkness, injected her with insulin, and ensured that she took her antiretrovirals at the right time each day. We spoke of their lives, their dreams, and on leaving I said to one of the girls what a burden it must be to care for her mother. She looked at me with a confused expression, as if she did not understand. "A burden," she said. "Not at all. She's our mother." It was at this moment that I truly came to grasp the meaning of Ubuntu, a Southern African philosophy that says that we are only human through others, and when we serve one, we serve the whole of humanity. And so this journey, these stories, the interviews, and the powerful pictures have culminated to form a body of documentary work, a book, a website, and an exhibition telling the stories that build our nation. As a result, Remarkable South Africans is being featured as a permanent exhibition of photographs at Constitution Hill, one of South Africa's most historic landmarks. Once you begin to look for remarkable individuals, we realize that the world is full of them. Zipili Mdaka, a school teacher living in a rural community in Hluhluwe, described Africa as a crocodile and South Africa as its tail. The strength of a crocodile lies in its tail, and if as individuals we contribute to building communities, we will strengthen our nation and propel the entire continent forward. These stories are an inspiration for our daily lives, and their learnings are of relevance to all of us. This forms the basis of my talks, and by buying the book, your contribution helps to strengthen the stories that build a nation. Remarkable South Africans is a non-profit initiative where proceeds from the book sales go to projects selected by the individuals featured.